Hi, everyone. Hello. Hi, everyone. This is Marina Shepelsky, your attorney in New York, working on immigration law with all the 50 states. And I'm here today, as always, on a Wednesday. I hope you are going to join me. And I have somebody already here, Cheyenne Mask. Welcome. Hello. Um, So I'm just gonna give a few minutes for everyone to join. A nice autumn fall day here in New York and in New Jersey. I'm here with you talking about immigration news, about what's gonna happen with the election, what's going on, and what are the changes in immigration law that America is going through right now. Before we start, I'm just going to say a few words about myself. If this is your first time joining, I'm Marina Shepelsky. I'm a first generation immigrant and I'm an American immigration lawyer. I've been doing this work for over 20 years, like 21 years now, and I specialize, or I should say, concentrate in immigration law. Here is my friend Kwaku Anani. Good morning, and watching from my love and love the show. Please write to me, Kwaku. Actually, you missed the word where you are watching me from, and all of you watching, drop me a comment about where you are and where you're watching me from, because that is super, super helpful to me. And I'm going to give you a shout out so we can actually have a conversation here. I don't feel like I'm talking to myself, that I will actually sound off. Let me know where you're watching me from, what city, what state, what country, and I will definitely answer your questions a little bit later in the show. But before you post your question, I see that John B. Petrie is watching from Boston, Massachusetts. I've been to Boston many times. I love Boston. Thank you so much for watching. Matthew G. Sean is from New City, Queens. Saeed Tajamul is watching from India, Hyderabad. Wow. What time is it in India right now, Saeed? Drop me a comment. Let me know what time. Over here where I am sitting right now, it's actually October 16th today, and it's 11:37 a.m. So we are still before noon here. Let me know if you could hear me. Can you hear me here? Can you hear my sounds? Also, drop me a comment. People are saying the audio is bad, but I am directly connected to the network on my computer. Um, hmm. Diane says, "Good morning. Good morning." Um, Waku is watching from Kentucky and loves the show. Thank you so much. Rakesh says, "Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, my people. Hello." Porfiria says, "Best attorney. Good morning, Ojitos Lindos from Phoenix, Arizona." Wow. So in Phoenix, it's 3 hours back from us, right? So 11 minutes. So it's like 8:38 where you are right now. Awesome. And Guaco says that I'm a super lawyer. Good morning, super lawyer. Thank you so much. So much. Thank you so much. Somebody's asking what rules my company is currently filing. Well, we are a New York-based immigration firm. We practice immigration law in all the 50 states, and we follow the court rules and all the federal rules of immigration law. Um, okay, Cincinnati, Ohio for Azik 06606. Georgia for Rosanna, Brazil, USA. And same time in Georgia as it is here in the morning. Good morning from SI, I guess Staten Island, Alanka 13. Watching from California, from Han Squash, amazing. Hello, hello. Clemp is watching from the North Atlantic, amazing. Good morning from Niamat or Niamat 895. Good morning to you, sir and madam, and everybody who is saying hello. News viewers watching from Virginia Beach, Virginia. I've been to Virginia, but not yet to Virginia Beach. I have to check it out. Actually, I was just telling um, my husband that I want to visit New Orleans, but I'm a little bit afraid. Have any of you guys been recently to New Orleans? I hear like the crime there is kind of bad right now. So I don't want to be like robbed or assaulted, but maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Have anybody been recently in New Orleans, in Louisiana? Let me know, drop me a comment. All right, I think that we can start now talking about immigration news. The biggest news, I guess, from my area, immigration law, is that there's a new form, a very important form. The form is not new, there's actually a new edition, a new version of this form, and the form is I-131, and that is the form that's usually used by us to file with USCIS for um, a travel document, for advanced parole, for stuff like that. Oh gosh, I have to turn on do not disturb on my phone. Turn on do not disturb. Oh my God, I'm such a bad phone user. Okay, I just turned on do not disturb on my phone. Okay, so the form is new, and here are all the changes um, with that form, so you understand what I'm talking about. The form has a new name even. So the form I-131 is now going to be called the application for travel documents, parole documents, and arrival departure record. The changes are the name I mentioned already. A new edition is starting from June 17th, 2004. That's when they made the form, but it was released on October, I think 8th, and from that date forward, no, I'm sorry, October 11th. And from October 11th, they're not accepting old form versions. So from October 11th, which was like 5 days ago already, we have to start using the new version of the form. The form is 3 times as long as the prior edition and requests additional biographical information about the applicant. It's now asking for more personal details and like it wants other name used, mailing address, gender identity, account number for USCIS, biographical information, and so on. Okay, so going forward, make sure please to use only the new edition of the form. You can file it from your account with USCIS or you can file it in paper form. But please, the form I-131, only use the new version of it, okay? And all the forms are available for free online at uscis.gov. I had a friend call me yesterday. I helped him 5 years ago get his green card. He says, "Oh, it's time for file for citizenship." And I know that he's got a very simple case. I said, "Have your daughter help you? She's, a doctor. She's very educated. Print the form for free and 400 for U.S. citizenship. Send it out, and you'll be in good shape." So that's the story with the new form I-131. As to everything else in this country, we're moving towards the election. The election is very soon. It's going to be on November 5. Both candidates, as you guys know, have good sides and bad sides. And it depends who you ask for good sides and bad sides. So Kamala Harris likely to be more immigrant friendly, of course. But remember, under her and Biden's ruling, right, we still had the wall. Nothing happened to the wall. It was still there. Remember, they did open the borders for a while, but then they said we're back to, only applying online. And now you can only apply for asylum online at the border using the CBP1 app. They did, give pressure, political pressure of closing the borders down because so many people were coming in that Americans who are taxpayers, like myself and many of you watching who are American taxpayers, were like really concerned that too many people are coming in, they're not checking and so on. Trump, on the other hand, does not seem to be immigrant friendly, but he has mentioned that he wants talent, like foreign talents, foreign educated people to have an easier time coming in here. So perhaps not all is lost, even if Trump gets elected. I'm trying to stay like neutral and not to become too argumentative about either one of them because I don't think that me personally I can change anything, but I'm just here to report to you guys, and so we can have a conversation about this election that's happening on November 5. And basically, what they're doing, and it's kind of last minute already, right before the election, both candidates are going into states that have gone both ways over the years. They're called swing states. They can swing Republican or swing Democrat. So they're both attacking those states because many states, for example, New York, will always be Democrat, right? New York will always be Democrat. California is always going to go Democrat. But they're really not concentrating too much on states like New York and California. They're concentrating on swing states, states that could still go either way, like Pennsylvania. So they're going in person to visit those states and have rallies in those states. Just in case you guys don't understand American politics, that's what they're doing right now at the last moment. And they're like going to meet people, shake hands, to have local rallies in the swing states. Um, I'm gonna ask you guys to post your questions. I'm gonna start answering your questions now. And remember, everything that I say here is not legal advice, of course. You can get legal advice. I'll be happy to help you if you schedule a consultation with myself or one of my team lawyers. We have a great team for you. Today's good news comes from our team, not even for me personally. They filed an amazing case for a pilot from Ukraine for an EB2 green card, and he filed for himself, approved in, I think, let me just double check the time because I don't want to make a mistake here. We filed expedited case on I'm sorry, October 9. 6 days later, they approved it, and today I received the email. So we filed 100924 for this EB2 national interest I-140 petition. The pilot filed for himself, and on October 10/15/24, it was approved. And I really didn't have much to do with this. This is my amazing team, right? We had another lawyer in our group who wrote the whole thing and approved. Just to show you, you are seeing me, but we have a wonderful team behind me. You're not seeing them, but they're there working on legalizing our clients, getting people approved. So let's move on. Ask your questions. I will tell you educational and guidance type information that will help you. But for legal advice, of course, please schedule a consultation. All of my contact information is in my profile. If you're watching me on YouTube or Facebook, it's also on the bottom of the screen. If you're seeing me on Instagram, just click on my profile above, Shepelsky.attorney, that has all of our phone numbers, websites, and so on. And by the way, tell me what you think about the election. While I'm answering, the guys that are watching this and the gals, don't be bored. Write to me what you think about the election. Who's going to win? What do you think they should do with immigration and so on? Okay, so I'm waiting for your comments. In the meanwhile, I'm going to start answering some questions that people already posted. And here's your chance to post your question as well. Adil Majid says, hi, good morning. Adil Majid is from Long Island, New York. Woo-hoo! You are the best lawyer, very helpful and knowledgeable. Appreciate you for helping. I really, really appreciate you for watching. Let me do this 1 second. Just trying to figure out how to open this link and look at something I wanted to see. Okay, I'll do it later. Thank you very much for our deal. Is asking, after receiving an RFE and has not responded yet, still waiting for supporting documents for me to send to them. Can the person still get a work permit or advance parole while you're waiting the RFE response? Yes, yes, you can. Even if you have not sent in your response for the RFE, if the RFE is not related to the work permit or the advance parole, the RFE has to do with the green card or some other application, yes, you could get the work permit and advance parole. If the RFE has to do with the work authorization, then they're not going to give it to you unless you do apply for the RFE. Cheyenne asks, what is the current situation of the U.S.-Mexican border? Are people still crossing Trump's wall? Yes, people are still crossing Trump's wall, but the new current rule that's in place right now says that whoever is crossing without applying for CBP-1 will automatically be denied. They will not give you asylum or anything like that. Cheyenne says, are they being called for an interview through CBP or has it been canceled? No, CBP-1 is working. Yes, they're allowing people to come. If you have CBP-1 application, they're still calling for interview. Absolutely. Okay. Kwame says, what is the USCIS processing time for I-130 in F4 category? Okay, so when you file the I-130, hold on, let me open the visa bulletin. So the F4 category for people who are overseas, they're waiting in their country, is for brothers and sisters of adult U.S. citizens. As of right now, for most countries, and this is for most countries in China, the wait time is like about 17 years. They're working on issuing cases filed in August 2007. So you file the I-130 petition. It could be approved after 1 year or 2 or 3. But I know you're not asking me about that. I know you're asking about when the visa will become available. So as of right now, it's taking about 17 years if you're from most countries or China. India, Mexico, and Philippines are a lot longer, okay? So if you're not from India, Mexico, or Philippines, like your brother or sister is in another country, they're working on people who filed for their brother and sister in August of 2007. So that's about 17 years wait, sadly. Cydia says, if your VAWA case and the spouse died, what's next? How does that affect your kid? It doesn't. You just keep waiting. Okay. Kwame says the IOE's processing time for I-130 was 2.7 years. Look, the I-130 might take 2 or 3 years to be approved, right? But then you still have to wait. And the total wait time for the visa to become available and then to call you for an interview and issue the visa is about 17 years. Okay, let's get to my Instagram friends here. Hans Squash says, hello, ma'am. Travel documents is valid for 1 year. Mine was expired in 6 months. I applied for a visa at the embassy, didn't accept. I can't book a flight. Instead, can we use a travel document? 6 months only. I'm sorry that it's expired. There's really not much we can do. Hans Squash says something about permanent residence, studying in a country. I think you should schedule a consultation. You're asking like specific questions. It's better that we do a consultation. Please see my profile for my contact information. We'll be happy to do a consultation. Okay. Marina Musi has a good question here. Hi, or hello. I have a master's degree in digital marketing from U.S. College, but only 2.5 experience. Should I try to build an EB2 national interest waiver case for advanced degree? Will we take it? Yes, Marina. I think you have a good future in this. Now, digital marketing, I think, is a really good growing field in the U.S., but I would have to do some research. Your experience is okay. I know it's only 2.5 years. It's not that bad. You have a master's, but I would have to show what specific thing that you do that's so special that digital marketing would benefit the country of the United States, would benefit from you as a green card holder here. Um, so I would have to do like a little bit. So when determining, I'm just going to give you what Google says, 'cause I don't have time to do like deep research for you, Marina, right now. But I just did Google search, and this is from the AI. This is what it says. When determining whether digital marketing endeavor has national interest, the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service focuses on the specific endeavor proposed. So whatever it is in the digital marketing that you do, like your narrow specialty, they will look at the role and importance of the marketing in general, how this affects or affects a wide range of business functions, or maybe you specialize in one type of business, digital marketing, how this will increase the flow of money in the US, better financially for US, and how it will improve the competitive advantage that US companies carry. And you have to show strategic acumen, articulating the impact of contribution. So, like, you have to show how your work affects the market landscape, presenting your personal achievements. So, okay, maybe you only worked for 2.5 years, but you have to talk about your personal achievement. Um, and highlighting the role in driving the market share of your work. Okay? So they look at your skills, achievements, record of success, your plan. You'll have to have a business plan. I could take this case, but we'd have to work on it a little bit. Okay? We will definitely build it for you. So let's schedule a consultation. We can talk. Rosanna says she likes my bangs. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to keep up with them. It's not easy. Hello, how are you from Solar Traveler? Hello. Uh, Miyama895 says, what are some options for Pakistanis from Pakistan? Let's talk about it. Let's do a consultation. Perhaps you can do a tourist visa. Perhaps you can look into a student visa. Miss Messi G. Shan says, my cousin came in August 2024 as an international student, I guess F1 holder, and she got terminated from university because she didn't go to class. Now she wants to ask for asylum. Can she do this? Absolutely. We can definitely help her. Give me a chance. Give her my phone number. Get her our contact information. We can talk about filing for asylum. John B. Petrie wants to know if I practice outside of New York. Yes, for immigration, we practice in all the 50 states. I have clients from California, from Hawaii, from Alaska, from everywhere around the states, New York and New Jersey too, of course. But if you need like a divorces, we only do in New York and New Jersey. But for immigration, yes, across the state. Oh, Robin Leeton is watching from Bangladesh. Hello, hello. Farouk hit 742 says, if my child and myself in USA, but my wife is in Canada, can we bring her to US? Well, give us a call for a consultation. We can figure out which visa or what type to bring her. With if she's in Canada, she can try to cross the border with America, with US, but you'd have to prove why she couldn't stay in Canada. Oh, Marina says they work in chip manufacturing. Oh, this is very good. Chips are the way of the future. I know during COVID there's a chip shortage, and people couldn't get cars and new computers and things like that. So I think the EV2 Marina will be a great idea. Let's talk. Uh, Sagittarius Babe 07 wants to know what's the cost of marriage-based adjustment of status. It depends on the complexity, between 4 to 6,000. For different people, it's like a little bit different prices. That's our fee. The government fee is $3,050. Okay, so let's see some more comments from Instagram and from YouTube. Okay, there's a question. Oh, Kwame says, thank you very much. You're good. Thank you. Bernard says, married to a U.S. citizen in July 2024, about to start my green card application end of November. Can I do my medical now, even though I'm going to file in November? It doesn't have an expiration date. Yes, Bernard, absolutely. It doesn't have an expiration date, so you can do your medical right now. Next Gamer 77 says the following: my PG for F3, so my priority date for F3 is 7/06/2011. Now it's current. Can you tell me how I can get the welcome letter? Well, first you have to do the whole case through the National Visa Center. You have to upload your documents. You have to pay the fees. You have to fill out the visa application. You have to have an interview. And once you have the interview, then you'll be approved and you'll get your welcome letter. Give us a call for a consultation about the process. But if your visa is current, National Visa Center will email you and send you a letter. And then you can start working on the case with the National Visa Center. Amitar says your firm and posts are very informative. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I think I answered your question next gamer. All right, I think that's all I have for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Prepare your questions. We'll talk about new events, news of U.S. immigration politics, and we'll be 1 week closer to the election. We'll see how things will heat up as we get closer to the election. I love you for watching. Thank you so much. Please tune in next week. And if you haven't subscribed, become a subscriber. Hit follow. Hit subscribe on my channel. Thank you so much. Bye bye.